Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship, Triple One here. So, Forza Horizon 6, perhaps the most highly anticipated title in the entire series, and it hasn't even been announced yet. Why? Well, over the years, each Forza Horizon game followed somewhat of a predictable cycle. There would be a new title every 2 to 3 years, and fans would always have a rough idea as to when the next installment would arrive. But now, that predictability is out the window. Of course, we know that Playground Games hasn't introduced any new monthly content for Horizon 5 in months. We're also fast approaching the 4-year anniversary since Forza Horizon 5 was first revealed to the world, but yet here I am feeling more uncertain than ever about the future of this series. Now, of course, with the Xbox Game Showcase for 2025 just around the corner, many Xbox and PC players are hoping that the next big Horizon game finally gets revealed and released this year, as let's be honest, for those who have played this game since day one, there's not much left to do. Most of the cars have been collected, every road has been discovered, and every game mode has been explored. The only thing keeping Forza Horizon 5 alive right now is its arrival on PlayStation 5. That's it. And while this may seem like some sort of a lifeline, it really isn't. In fact, this major curveball has paid off massively for the Horizon series and Microsoft, which has now made me quite uncertain about Forza Horizon 6 coming out later this year. Now, as a fan, I would want nothing more than to see a new Horizon game announced at this year's Xbox Game Showcase, with a proper release date revealing that it would launch at the end of 2025. I'm sure that would be the ideal scenario for many of us, and if we were to compare Horizon 5's current state to Horizon 4 just before Horizon 5 was announced at E3 of 2021, there are some striking similarities. Both titles had already introduced the Horizon backstage at this point. The games launched on a brand new platform. If it's anything, the current timeline with Horizon 5 would suggest even more that a new game should be coming out, as it hasn't received any proper monthly updates for several months now, and we also haven't seen any of the developers over at Playground Games on stream for well over half a year. Whereas with Forza Horizon 4, the game was still being consistently updated until a month after Horizon 5 was revealed. But regardless of what patterns we recognize from the previous installments, I just have a strange feeling that we won't get or possibly even see a new Forza Horizon game at this year's Xbox Game Showcase. There are several reasons why I believe this to be the case. The first has to do with the major curveball from Microsoft by launching one of their biggest IPs on PlayStation 5. And financially speaking, it's paid off massively. Horizon 5 has quickly shot to the top of the PS Store charts in North America and Europe, as well as selling over 2 million copies worldwide in just over a month. I mean, that is insane numbers and profits for a title that's going on 4 years old. Now, if you are Microsoft from a business standpoint, wouldn't it be smart to just keep riding that PlayStation wave, continue disguising Horizon 5 as the newest and greatest racing title for PlayStation users until the sales momentum slows down? I know this isn't great for Horizon fans on Xbox and PC to hear, who have been starving for a new Horizon game, but let's be honest, Microsoft didn't create Xbox for charity, they're here to make money, and right now Forza Horizon 5 is doing just that over on PlayStation. Now, you could make the argument that perhaps releasing the game on the PS5 was a way to get millions of new users exposed to the franchise, and once they realize how good this series actually is, as well as Microsoft already pocketing their money, suddenly, here comes the announcement for Horizon 6, exclusive to Xbox and PC only, releasing at the end of 2025. This could perhaps entice some players to finally jump ship and join the Xbox ecosystem. I mean, after all, if you have fallen in love with Horizon 5, wouldn't you want to play the next Horizon game? And if it's not on PlayStation 5 on day one, maybe it's finally time to get an Xbox. But even then, this is still quite a risky strategy. Not everyone wants to buy a new console and pay a monthly subscription fee just to play one franchise, especially when PS5 users have just paid full price for this game and there's still at least a year or two worth of content left for them to explore, including all the different monthly update themes that they have yet to experience, as well as all of the rare cars to obtain. Now, what if Forza Horizon 6 was announced and released this year, and it's also coming to PlayStation 5 on day one? Well, this strategy would immediately destroy any momentum Microsoft have built over on PlayStation, leaving a lot of money left on the table, as players would simply stop buying Horizon 5 and wait for the next title to release. And also, if you are panic button, imagine going through all this effort to port the game for Microsoft only for it to be in the spotlight for a month. In my opinion, I just can't see Microsoft doing that. Another factor to consider that perhaps gets overlooked is the departure of creative director for Forza Horizon 5, Mike Brown, along with several other key developers just a year after the game's launch. Why this could play a role is because usually, and this has been revealed in several interviews from the past, that once a new Horizon game has been shipped, the studio will already begin planning for the next game. Now, assuming that Mike Brown was to continue as the creative director for the next Horizon title, him leaving could have thrown a huge wrench in the game's development. Perhaps his vision for the direction of Horizon 6 was very different, and now that he's gone, whoever's creatively in charge now might see the series in a different light, which could possibly force Playground Games to pivot or even scrap an entire year's worth of development. For those who played through the first year of Horizon 5 under the creative direction of Mike Brown, the game was quite heavily criticized due to the disconnect of car-related content, and as soon as Mike Brown announced his departure, all of a sudden we had monthly updates that were worth playing again, new to Forza cars that were worth unlocking, and even evolving worlds that actually felt like it was focused on fun driving. It was honestly night and day. Mike Brown even admitted himself that he was more of an open world guy more so than a driving guy. So maybe if the first year of Horizon 6 under Mike Brown was steering in one direction and the current team now has a different philosophy, Playground Games may have just hit the reset button altogether. Now, whether this is true or not, we don't really know, but certainly something to consider. And the final reason, keep in mind, this is still a rumor, but one that's picking up some serious traction, and that is the possibility of Forza Horizon 5 coming to the newly released Nintendo Switch 2. Earlier this year, a gaming insider who goes by the name of Ecstasis on X posted a cryptic update strongly suggesting that Forza Horizon 5 would be making its way to the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, you might be thinking, well, that sounds like a rumor for some clicks with no real weight behind it, but here's the interesting part. This was the exact same leaker who first revealed that Forza Horizon 5 was ready for a PS5 release late last year, long before Microsoft made it official. At the time, people were skeptical, but he turned out to be absolutely right. And now with the Switch 2 having hardware capabilities roughly on par with the Xbox One, a console that Horizon 5 already runs smoothly on, this port is starting to look very plausible. And if this does turn out to be true and Microsoft is indeed planning to bring Forza Horizon 5 over to the Switch 2, then I just can't see Horizon 6 being released this year, let alone even being announced, as this would cannibalize any hype surrounding the game coming over to Nintendo. Honestly, as a Horizon fan, I really hope I'm dead wrong about all of this, and this video ages like milk on Monday morning, but from what we've seen thus far, it's been clear that for a while now, Xbox and Microsoft is no longer tied down to the old idea of console exclusivity. Their goal seems to have shifted to more of a platform domination by making their games like Forza Horizon 5 a global IP that can reach players wherever they are, whether it's on PC, Xbox, PS5, and now maybe even Nintendo. Did someone say following the footsteps of Sega? I don't know, but if the game continues to sell well on rivaled platforms, is there any real reason for Microsoft to push Horizon 6 this year? Again, from a business sense, my guess is no. But what do you guys think? I've put a poll up recently asking when you think we'll see the next Forza Horizon game, and so far, you guys believe that the game will be announced this year, however, will be released in 2026. I guess we'll only have a few days to find out, but anyways, if you guys have any additional thoughts, please share them down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.